right, mic check, 1, 2, 3. So the premiere of Mother's Day edition of The Cut happens tonight at 8 p.m. And you know we had to give you a sneak peek because, you know, come on.
Come on.
I actually think that Dennis may want to weigh in on this discussion. So
oh, really?
Let's
let's
see.
Let me ask you something. You think that women are more wired, more suited for certain roles in the household as opposed to men?
I think women do what they need to do.
Yeah, go upset me.
No, but meaning that I think it has been proven that women have to step up to the plate no matter what the role is, and that is because there's so many single moms who have had to be mom, provider, and moms, if I'm being completely honest, who are not single mothers. You have to do what you have to do, and whether or not you are suited to the role, who cares?
Yeah.
It has to get done, you know? So we may not always do it to the what society may think is to the best of our ability, but even a simple thing as we're career women. You know, I daydream sometimes that I could be that person who is a stay-at-home mom, which I have such admiration for because it is not an easy thing to do that. But I also know that that is not my reality, and that is not my, I don't know if I could, you know, because I am that go-getter. I am that ambitious person, not saying that stay-at-home moms are not, but that is how I am wired. So it is,
I think you're thinking like you're going back to hunter-gatherer, and you're thinking about, you know, the role of women as it pertains to, like, you know, years and years and years gone by, and women always
hunt.
Oh, women did hunting too.
Ma'am.
No, I'm just saying, generally speaking, there will be exceptions to every
absolutely.
rule.
And I think we are very good at multitasking. I think we're very good at taking a lot on our plate. I think we are very good at these things, but I also think we have been reared this way. I think we've been raised to shoulder that load. And I think part of our, you know, story as women has always been to almost make it easier for everybody else but ourselves. And I think we've made, you know, a really broad rod for our own backs in a sense, because, you know, we do want to do everything. And I find that, you know, our generation of mothers now are finding themselves in a lot of burnouts, in a lot of guilt, a lot of rage.
We didn't have to say it at the same time. Hold on. Listen, this is my show, and you will not come on this show and drop word from me.
You know, I love that discussion about what is your take on how we are wired? Do you believe that we are wired in a particular way?
I think, I mean, when we look at, again, it's another aspect of the nature versus nurture, the debate. And yes, we are products of both nature and nurture. We are products of biology as well as socialization. And a part of that socialization is gender socialization. Which is a combination of society telling us what women or men can or should do. So that is a factor, but there is the undeniable reality that a part of our genetics and our evolution has been, and don't tell me that, well, what about single mom? That is the social situation.
Correct.
And we will, as resilient beings, as beings with sentience, we will adjust.
Correct.
And we will have aspects, but in terms of the way we are wired, or the way we are, our hardware, is oriented towards certain things. There are things that my wife will say, there's perspective that she will bring, and I'm like,
oh my gosh, I wish we had more time. One day I hope we had time to get into it, but I was sharing with Dennis that when I was doing my master's, there was a course I took called Sex and Culture that speaks to the whole concept of nature versus nurture. And there was a study that we had to look into, and they followed set of children, boys and girls, for 20 years and observed them literally from infancy until they were age 20. And the observation was that there were some little girls who naturally played with dolls, other little girls who went towards the trucks and the blocks. There were boys who went to the dolls and boys who went to the trucks and the blocks. And what their outcomes were in 20 years is very, very interesting. I would love to get into it.
But also their outcomes are a product of many things, because their outcomes are also a product of not only their gravitation towards the dolls and the trucks and whatever and the blocks, but their parents' perceptions of what that means.
But let's not forget that, well, the studies have different factors, right? There are different factors involved. But it's the perfect example of the nature versus nurture discussion. And I always come back to that study anytime these conversations come up. But existence is just interesting. It's so interesting.
Indeed.
The humans.
Indeed. That's all the time we have for today's Sunrisers. It was fun. It was fun. And got a bit of breakfast along the way as well, and learned a bit from talking to great people. I love having conversations for a living.
Yes.
But it's a brand new week, which means a brand new Sunrise Community Challenge. And so this week you're going to be tasked to guess the CVM original show. So each day we'll be sharing a blurred image of a CVM original, and we'll be calling 2 lucky Sunrisers on Friday to guess the original for a chance to win $25,000. But you must be a part of the Sunrisers community. So go to our social media pages and click the link in our bio now. And if you're not on social media, you can send us a WhatsApp message at 876-833-0897.
And don't forget, please, there is lead story this evening at 6:30 p.m. Remember to tune in as well to The Cut tonight at 8 p.m. We saw a nice little sneak peek there. It's going to be a good one. Also, big up to our official catering sponsor, Mothers, with the best breakfast in town.
Yeah.
The Roundtable Squad takes over when Sunrise returns. See ya.